For now, let's move on. I guess. At least the gameplay can't hurt me anymore. 2 straight bowl losses. Just... FHM is an option. Honestly, going back to NHL and just doing a new Chicago franchise is an option. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Who knows what the next few nights will bring. Davis somehow passed CD Gym Teacher by 22 yards. I'm not playing F1 Manager. No. Beat Will Smith by 4 passing touchdowns. 2 straight years. 2 straight years. A loss in a bowl game. Honestly, I feel like penalties aren't even a big factor. But we'll go for that for obvious reasons. Alright. Who won the national title? Chance it was fucking Southern Mississippi. You almost have to laugh at this point. You almost have to laugh at this point. Southern Miss completes the trajectory of taking our spot and where we should be as they win the national title over Missouri. In an alternate reality, that would have been us. Instead, we're in this reality of this team being the most mid of mid teams you can possibly imagine. Apparently, we had quite a few award winners. No real surprise. Contract gets extended for another 5 years. They want us to get 7 wins a season. Sure. Coaching carousel, Miami of Ohio, Max Star program, or even Texas. Steve Sarkisian's out. But nope. We'll stay right here. Why would we want to be anywhere else? I can't believe we should have had either a game-ending interception or a game-ending touchdown. And we got neither. Any changes for us? No changes. White Fat Rock also stays at Florida State. I mean, unless Florida State happened to move conferences, but I'm pretty sure they didn't. Yeah. In terms of players leaving. Well, the good news is Davis isn't leaving. But Tony Parker and Spandex Dragon are both potentially gone. Dragon graduated. Parker is declaring for the NFL draft a year early. I'm going to try to tell him, hey, get your college degree. All right, so we are going to keep Tony Parker. Wide receiver-wise, we are losing Moxley's Fork and Sir Deutsch, 290 rated wideouts. That hurts. Tight end, we lose Matthew McConaughey and the bane of my existence, You're Fat, to graduation. Camon England is also gone, as is Easton O'Palestine, Manu Ginobili. You never would have guessed our offensive line had these ratings. And I waxed my taint. Man U 0, Liverpool 7. Walked away with the Lombardi in his final year. Graduates. As does Kill Fessel. Baba Booey and goal line stand. Baba Booey has a decent little trophy cabinet as well. Uwu I'm an E-Girl is gone. And we'll try to see if we can get Patriot Spike'em to stick around. And he does. Scout Postman is gone. As is Below Me on Command, which is kind of my instructions for the people that made this video game. Alright. Draft results. Moxley's Fork goes in the 6th round. Sir Deutsch goes in the 7th. So we'll get some XP. In terms of transfer requests, nothing. So the final week of recruiting. We know it's down to 2. With 1 scholarship left, it is either DeMarcus Dingle or Joe Burton. We could lock down Burton right now. He would be in the secondary, 59 catching. He's definitely in the secondary. Or we get DeMarcus Dingle at running back. Oh, who do we go for? Who do we go for? Who do we go for? Dingle's not the fastest, but he is decent at catching the ball as well. I mean, Dingle is probably the better way to go. Who did we bring in this for secondary options? We already brought in 2 safeties. Honestly, I think Dingle should be our top target. Because we already brought in 2 running backs as well. Or not Dingle, but Burton. Will he make it easy and insta accept the scholarship? He doesn't, but we're going to put all 14,000 points on him. Just makes more sense. So, at the very least, we go from what, 4, 5, maybe 6 tops in terms of recruits last year. And barring a miracle, we will have the full 25. And there you go. Burton is here. DeMarcus Dingle goes to Ohio State. It's another good recruitment class, but it's not the first time we've been in the top 25, and obviously we've yet to do anything with it. The 13th ranked class in the nation. We are back up to a 4-star program. No 5 stars, but 6 4-stars. Obviously, we had to sign our fair share of 1-stars as well, but it was Oklahoma that ended up with the top class in the nation. So, not bad. Not bad in terms of recruitment. I mean, we did improve this season compared to last season. All right. I forgot all about Lewis Roberts coming in here, too. So Davis is obviously quarterback at this point. He's running as a senior, as is Daffy Duck. So I don't know. It's going to be tough with Lewis Roberts. Like, part of me is going to want to redshirt him so that he gets 4 years as a starter. But man, if he chooses to leave, that would absolutely screw us over. Cameron, think of it, a 20 months. Yeah, college basketball isn't quite the same as it used to be. Not quite. Makes sense to keep Funky Goose at quarterback as well. So yeah, at the end of the year, we're going to lose. He is running and Daffy Duck. We could look to redshirt Roberts. It will depend on whether or not there are good quarterbacks available. How goes the Texans? Well, muted. It's been soul-crushing defeat after soul-crushing defeat after soul-crushing defeats. We have seen some of the worst programming and examples of poor AI that any sports game ever has had to offer. It's been quite a time. It's been quite the time. Again, most of these people will get moved right back to where they came from, but for now, let's try to get everyone in their best position. Harris is best at fullback, no surprise. That's where he was recruited for. Pat Turner is actually better at wideout. Dimmadome. Just move him back to fullback. Honestly, we're going to need Turner to be a tight end anyway, so it's fine. Williams. The other tight end is better at wideout, but again, we need tight ends. Curtis Jones. Leave you at running back. Adam Jackson. We'll move you back. Kellen Gallagher. Probably move you back as well. Corey Palmer. Move Forgotten All-Techs over. Moist Carpet. Back to wideout. Tick Tick Bomb Boom. Same thing. Amanda Hug and Kiss. Ryan Triangan. Still hate that surname. State's Prison Cell moves back over. Rigatoni Beefaroni, maybe my most disappointing wide receiver. And a two-headed monster at running back. Looking good from that perspective. The offensive line, I would imagine, is going to be the worst it's ever been. Because the lack of recruiting, oh, those chickens are coming home to roost. We've had a couple of bad recruiting classes in a row when it comes to the offensive line. So yeah, I fully expect this to be absolutely dreadful in this regard. We will likely need some crazy development. And, well, based off of our luck lately, I don't think we're going to be that lucky. Let's see, Brad Jones moved to the middle. Artifact can stay on the outside. Oh. Brown over. Jack Strap. And Weeaboo Jones. Guards and centers. Brad Jones up by 2. Wall up by 2. Bear goes up by 1. Client goes up by 1. Smith up by 1. Powell stays the same. We'll go with, oh god, or it's a bear, oh fuck. There we go, we'll go with you. We'll go with you. That other guy there. Yeah, our depth is atrocious on the O-line. Imagine we didn't have as good of a recruitment class as we did. Joe Burton, 71 as a running back, 68 as a wideout, but we know we're going to put him in the secondary. Oh, yeah. And then Josh Johnson, 78 at running back and wideout, but is a very good member of the secondary. And again, we'll be putting him there as well. Terms of the defense, at least defensive line and linebackers. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Who knows? Maybe this is the last time we'll be doing this. Who's to say? Who's to say? Who's to say? I hope not. I'd like to go back to having a little bit more fun with this game, but man, it's been like 3 or 4 nights now of... Well, do I have to put the dick kicking gif up again? I don't think I do. I think I've made my point pretty clear. All right, Pat Daniel. I don't want him. He can pretty much play wherever. He was brought on as a linebacker. Wawa Jr. Definitely defensive line. Probably just move him right back to DT. Kenton Gordon. Probably stay on the D-line. Beef stud pile. Keep you on the D-line. Trey Bruner. Linebacker. That's where he was brought on. Honestly, for Pat Daniel as well, let's just move you over to linebacker. Boom Thundersticks. Be on the D-line to start. David Freeman, back to linebacker. Chris Mitchell, back to linebacker. Horny on Maine, back to linebacker. He Hate Me, definitely defensive tackle. Tariq Shelton, back to linebacker. Scruffy Corn Puffy can also move back for now. Steve the Pirate to defensive tackle. Walker, Texas Ranger, stay on the defensive line. Unnecessary Tugnis back to linebacker for the moment. Honestly, same for Jenkins. Can't type Tugs will go to DT. Rock Bottom will stay on the defensive line. And then David Robinson can kind of play wherever. We do have 4 defensive tackles, which is good. How many linebackers do we have? Quite a few. Let's keep David Robinson on the defensive line. It'll be Rock Bottom, Boom Thundersticks, or no, Rock Bottom, Walker, Texas Ranger, Kenton Gordon, David Robinson, Boom Thundersticks, Beef, Stud Pile. Defensive tackles, Can't Type 2, Steve the Pirate, He Hate Me, Wawa Jr. And then the linebackers. Daniel drops by 1. Bruner stays the same. Freeman stays the same. Horny on Maine drops by 1. Mitchell stays the same. Corn Puffy goes up by 1. Shelton stays the same. Jenkins stays the same. And Tugnis drops. So we do need more middle linebackers. Move Jenkins over. And probably Freeman and Bruner. Works for me. Shouldn't have to rely on a walk-on. And then to round it out, the secondary. What will this look like? Actually, we're still going to have to sort out kicker and punter really quickly, but that's easy enough. So Britt, definitely more of a safety. Williams, definitely more of a safety. Captain Crunch, +5. Move him back over. Swolt Leg stays. Chuck Fletcher's a +3. Catch Ball's a +7. Bull's a +8. Burton's only a +3. Pickle Don Rickles is a +2. Johnson's a +2. Hermione Worthy actually drops. Crabtree gets a 1 better. Ravioli stays the same. Spikem goes up by 2. Whoops. Might be able to make it so that we have really, really damn good corners. But holy hell, do we have a lot of seniors in the secondary. A lot. Alright, dirt bikes are cool. Goes up by 2. Catch Ball goes up by 2. Crunch drops. Williams up by 1. Britt up by 1. If I can catch Ball over. Or not. Alright, we need one more dude at safety then. And, I mean, I don't really want to necessarily move. Sorry, receiver like Crabtree. Honestly, I mean, Ravioli's awareness is fucking terrible. Guy should practically be a linebacker. Let's see, where can you do the least amount of damage? We'll move Spikem back over to safety. All right. And then Henderson and Laces out. What do we got? Henderson will definitely be our punter. That is the team for the season. Outside of the offensive line, it's actually not going to be that bad. We do have to hope for good training results. Davis is up to a 93. He's running as a 92. You missed the athlete. I did not. You missed the athlete by not paying attention. Got Parker, Imma DMs, who are both awesome. Obviously, Imma DMs has the speed advantage in that regard then. Dimmadome is a 71 fullback. Wide receivers are looking pretty damn good still, despite losing 2 90s last year. All Tech 75 at tight end. Artifact at a 74. 72 for It's a Bear. 74 for Brick Wall. Yeah, our offensive line is going to be absolutely terrible. Rock Bottom and David Robinson both up to 83s. Defensive line's looking okay. Linebacker is all right. Secondary should be good. Should be. Holy shit. And then a 94 kicker, and then yeah, Sean Walk-on. So we gotta go ahead and ditch. He's an auto cut. So last year we didn't have to cut anybody. We were actually 9 players under. This year we're at a perfect 70 out of 70. And to not screw it up, let's just leave Sean Walk-on there for the year. Congratulations, Mr. Walk-on. You get to play. Yeah, we don't have to cut anybody. Custom conferences. Can't imagine there'll be a change here because we've been terrible. So we'll go ahead and look. Can't imagine there will be an invite. Do get a chance to reset the coaching tree. I don't think we have to, though. Yeah, I mean, in terms of recruitment, we're right where we want to be. Yeah, there's really nothing to change. Just leave it as it is. All right, so preseason. What do we have? What do we have? Let's start off. Oh, there's a variety of different things. Start off with the red shirts. So that quarterback, Davis, is obviously going to play. We will need to scout a quarterback if we elect to redshirt Lewis Roberts to try and secure an extra season for him as the starter. So that is our first question. Is there a fallback quarterback in case that quarterback were to say, LOL, I'm out of here, you dumb idiot? That guy's from Cali. That dude's from Washington, so it doesn't really matter. A couple of 5 stars out of Texas, including a couple athletes. There is a 4-star, Charles Johnson. He is a pocket passer. You got Marcus Norman. Micah Gillette. The best a man can get. I don't know if we can risk redshirting that quarterback. Unless one of these 3 happen to be quarterbacks. Pretty much the only way. Sean Smith is not a quarterback that we know of. Isaiah Frederick isn't looking like one either. Matt Crowell is, but not a good one. I don't think we can redshirt that quarterback. I don't think we can. It's too big of a risk. Means he won't take over until he's a junior. But we can't redshirt this guy and have him walk away. Can't do it. So in theory, we shouldn't need a quarterback for next year, right? Like the position minimum is 3, and we'll have 3 next year. I am still going to scout a quarterback in case Davis leaves as a junior. But we're not going to redshirt Roberts. It's just too damn risky. Running back wise, oh boy. We have some tough decisions here, don't we? Sit out Imma DMs, get a full season of Parker as the starter, and then a full season of Imma DMs as the starter. Fullback wise, we're fine. I'm going to go back to quarterback and running back. I'm going to go back to that. Of course he could transfer. That's the risk of it, but the benefit's there too if we were to go that direction. Fullback, we're fine. We're only losing one wide receiver. So next year it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Only reason to scout a wide receiver would be for transfer safety based on who we redshirt. In which we could be pretty aggressive with this. We're going to have to go back there too. Tight end wise, we're fine. I mean, the position's pretty weak, but no reason to target anybody specifically. The offensive line, obviously, is just a natural yes in terms of help. That's pretty much going to be the case every year. We'll go back to redshirting in a minute. Defensive end. We need, I'd argue, 2 defensive linemen between either defensive end or defensive tackle and can shuffle people around. Linebacker, we should be okay. And we're going to need help in the secondary. Big time. We're good everywhere else. Let's look at the board. Let's look at the board and see who's available here. So again, quarterback-wise, there's a 4-star, and there's a couple of 3-stars that are interested in us. That could be kind of our safety net, so to speak. The 2 stars aren't all that interesting. So theoretically, we could look at these 3. There are other 3 stars who could be interesting, but obviously it would be a little bit more of a fight. We don't know for sure how good they are, so that's a bit rough. Running back wise, again, this would be transfer safety in case we do redshirt in the DMs. There's one 3-star that's interested in us. That's a bit rough, and he's not very fast. But yeah, that would be transfer safety. Fullback wise, you don't gotta bother. Wide out wise, this would also be transfer safety in case we were to lose somebody. There's the 2 4-stars, a 3-star, and Holman who's interested in us. Tight end wise, we don't need one, but there are the 4-stars. It'd certainly help us improve. On the O-line, a couple of 4-stars, a couple of 3-stars who are interested. Just a lot of 3-stars in general. Defensive line. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I don't have an answer for what we're gonna do here. Every year, recruitment's gotten more difficult because of the shortcomings the year or 2 before. It's a tough spot. I want to reset our list really quickly. We got to make a decision on the red shirts. That's the big first step. Apparently, I left one person on the board. Lewis Roberts is going to be so good. Is it worth the risk? If we do not redshirt him, he either starts as a sophomore if Davis leaves at the end of the year, or as a junior. 2 years of Roberts. Is that better than no years of Roberts? And the answer is yes. because we do not have a dead set, guaranteed, in stone quarterback right now. We can't redshirt Lewis Roberts. Can't do it. I want to, because getting 3 years out of him would obviously be amazing, but it's just too risky. Like, there's a scenario where Davis says, I'm going pro, and Roberts transfers out if we redshirt him. And then we have Funky Goose and 2 random pickups at quarterback. So at quarterback, our game plan is Davis transfer protection. In case he leaves, we're going to need 1 quarterback. Running back. Tonka, it's been a rough go. If we don't redshirt in the DMs, we need a running back this year. If we do redshirt in the DMs and he doesn't transfer, then we don't need a running back at all. I think we're going to redshirt him. We're going to risk it for him. Sit him out for the year. You know, if he transfers, we need a running back anyway. And yes, it would cost us him as a senior. I don't think I'm going to redshirt him. And if we don't redshirt him, we need a running back. If we do redshirt him, we might need a running back. I'll have to double check. I'll have to double check for him. That's such a tough call. Fullback wise, we're fine. Wideout wise, I mean, this was a 5-star recruit in carpet. I can't lose him for nothing. I can't do it. We will redshirt. Honestly, let's redshirt Jackson and Gallagher. And that's it for us at wide receiver. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We should not need a wideout. We shouldn't. Tight ends are fine. O-line. Obviously, we'll redshirt Henry Jones. We got at the other tackle spot. We can redshirt Tony Brown. Maybe. Although, if he gets pissed, I don't think we can redshirt Tony Brown. He's too valuable to us. At guard, Powell's a 53. Smith is a 55. Let's redshirt Powell. And then at center, we're fine. Defensive end. We can go ahead and redshirt Gordon. Again, we know that we need a lot of help there. Defensive tackle, nothing we can do. Linebacker-wise, can't afford to lose Horny on man. Too valuable. So we'll redshirt Daniel. Run with those 4. And then middle linebacker, we can redshirt the sophomore, Trey Bruner. Wait for him to get a little bit better. Corners, we know we need a crap load of help. Josh Johnson was the transfer who's already a junior. So we are going to redshirt him and Joe Burton. We're already going to be looking to bring in a crap load of help in the secondary anyway. It's 1, 2, 3, and 4 with catch ball. We'll redshirt Williams and Britt. Okay. I think we have our strategy with the exception of in the DMs, and it's only because I want to double check the running backs. Wide receiver Michael Holman was the one that I did not get rid of, and we'll be taking him off the list. Because again, we don't really need a wideout. So quarterbacks, we do need protection in case Davis transfers. So we'll look at those three. Running backs. We got to take a look at how good these guys are to see if anyone's worth potentially redshirting in my DMs. And wide receiver, let's get Holman off of the list. Really quickly, let's take a look at those running backs. So Walker is a beast. Rivers, Holloway. Williams is okay. Bradley's okay. Alexander's okay. I think we risk it. I think we risk it. It sounds crazy. But I think we risk it. That way we get hopefully 2 years out of elite level running backs this year and next. That is the game plan. I don't know if it'll work, but we got to try. We got to try, and hopefully he doesn't get pissed. Tight end wise, again, it'd be nice to improve. We'll see if we can come back. Offensive line is still very much a top priority. Very, very much so. Start off with those guys there. Defensive line also very, very much a top priority. Appear to be a lot of defensive tackles who are interested in us, and that leaves the secondary. Yeah, there's no way we're going to be able to add like tight ends to the spot here. Okay, Newton's not interested in coming here. That kind of sucks. Go for John Goff. I was really hoping it was going to be Jared. So that is without adding the athletes, the 5 stars and the 4 stars. Now, again, we don't have them scouted at all. But Smith would make you think wide receiver. The speed, the spectacular catch, the return. He's a wide receiver or a running back. Probably a wide out. Would be my guess. Catching's actually pretty bad. He probably is a wide out. Though, maybe a running back. I mean, good stiff arm, good elusiveness. Frederick. Might also be leaning towards wide receiver or running back. I'd be willing to guess wide receiver or secondary. We do need help in the secondary. And then Crowell definitely looks like a running back. Or quarterback. Is there any way for me to make room for those athletes? Because I swear those 35 spots disappear fast. They disappear fast. I want to look at these quarterbacks. Well, there's one spot. We know we're not going after Marcus Norman. Anybody else we can look at here? Clear out some space. O-line's just too valuable, even if they're not the best. We still got to go for them. Honestly, I'm not sure. I think we leave out the athletes. All right, I think that's pretty much settled then in terms of redshirting and recruiting. The guy was a bust, but he still had a good overall. That's why I left him. Schedule for this season. The custom schedule has really backfired for us as of late. We are going to take week 1 and week 6 off. We've had the Armed Forces run. We've had the All Texas run. We've played in enough bowl games. I'm playing Troy. We got to get a win back against Troy. Jesus Christ. Maybe we do some bowl game rematches, which hasn't often gone well for us. I want to get Texas Tech on the schedule, given that... No, Texas A&M, not Texas Tech. Can I get Texas A&M on the schedule? Oh, come on. Let me get Texas A&M on the schedule. Might not be able to. There they are. Is there another week that we can schedule Troy? There we go. Texas A&M in a bowl game rematch. Our annual matchup against Texas State. Troy. And that leaves room for one other. Is there another team? Missouri lost in the national title game. Fucking Houston. There's no one there that immediately jumps out. All right, if we were to open up the Arizona State option, go with week 1. Is there anybody else? Ole Miss, Mississippi State. Or if we go week 6. Well, in terms of teams that we've had a bit of a rivalry with, there really is nobody that stands out. We are going to go back to week number 5. We lost to Army, if I'm not mistaken. Who did we we beat Navy, but lost to Air Force and Army? Did we not? I wouldn't be able to schedule the Air Force. If I'm not mistaken, we lost to Army and Air Force. Is there any way? I can't get Air Force on the schedule. Well, who do I want to ruin my season? Who do I want? We lost to TCU last season, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken. State, Missouri. At this point, it's just who do we find interesting. Could try to get revenge against Houston. I don't know if we're a better team than they are, but that would certainly be the way to further increase strength of schedule. Or we could, you know what? People have asked for it for a bit. We'll finally go to Boise State for the sake of the turf. Although, strength of schedule, it was showing up as a C. We'll play Texas A&M. Home games against State and Troy, and then head out to Boise. So our strength of schedule is apparently pretty trash, but you know what it is, what it is. So I think we're good. We got the initial board set up. We've made some interesting choices in terms of red shirts. We're not going to red shirt Lewis Roberts, but we are going to risk it for Imma DMs and let Tony Parker be our main man. So that is the big decision made. Let's rename some players.